Two bodies right here that you're seeing right now, absolutely incredible.
And captured this portal opening up,
exploring abandoned tunnels that he found beneath Colombia and
the moon base. So there is a moon base. It's hollow. Yep. It's artificial.
That's Shia LaBeouf. What is he doing?
There is a free mental health clinic at the corner of Lilac and East Valley.
Next.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another Bryce is Right. I hope y'all all had a great freak on week, and I hope y'all are ready to dive down deep into some of the creepiest and freakiest videos I could find in the deepest, darkest corners of TikTok. And nah, these are not your ordinary videos. They're gonna be blowing your mind, making your head spin, and having you question your reality. But of course, before we get started, let's go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss out on any future content, and please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know what's up. Other than that, let's go ahead and dive right in, y'all. Let's get it.
That's Shia LaBeouf posted up like a regular civilian. What is he doing?
I thought Shia LaBeouf wasn't partying
Liam with Baton
anymore.
Rouge News, man. We just want to know how you enjoy Mardi Gras.
God bless you guys. Mardi Gras is amazing.
What's the best thing about it? You've been posting up all
Damn,
night.
he's
What you
strong.
doing?
The people.
Met anyone interesting?
A lot, yeah. All right, we're good, yeah?
Okay.
I've seen enough. Shut it down and dispose of him. This never happened.
Dude, what happened to your eye? Thank you. Have a good one. God bless. So that was less than 24 hours after Shia was actually arrested for a bar fight on the French Quarter. And just like it goes, he's letting the good times roll back here for Fat Tuesday. Happy Mardi Gras, people.
Man.
É, estamos aqui, carnaval é bonito. Ó o que nós encontramos aqui. Ó a bichona. Ó a cabeça dela.
Ela tá ali olhando, filho. Ó o rabão. Vou passar bem pertinho dela, sem bater nela.
Parece que tá amassado ali a...
Man, there was one video talking about anacondas with spikes on their face.
A German company just made forklifts obsolete. These things can go into any existing factory. You don't need anything special. You operate it from your computer. It doesn't require a person, and it's going to be cheaper than buying a forklift.
Quiz. Should you drive the forklift?
I can and I have.
No.
It's just going to move things around your factory autonomously, and you can just sit in there on your laptop and tell it where to go. This is going to be everywhere soon.
It's gonna be nice. Saving people's backs.
China just launched this, the world's first flying power station, a helium-filled aerostat housing 1,200 kilowatt turbines capable of harvesting high-altitude winds 2,000 meters above the Sichuan province. Traditional wind turbines stand just 100 to 200 meters tall and operate within the lowest layer of the atmosphere, where wind is slowed and destabilized by friction with the ground, leading to lower average wind speeds and greater turbulence. But at altitudes exceeding 1,000 meters, wind becomes faster, steadier, and more directionally consistent. On average, in the Yibin Basin, where this project was piloted, wind speeds 2 kilometers up are up to 4 times faster than in the basin. And because wind power scales with the cube of wind speed, that means the same turbines could generate 64 times more power. To make use of this advantage, in January of 2026, China launched the S-2000, a 197-foot long, 131-foot diameter, lighter-than-air aircraft. Its aerofoil design forms a duct that compresses and accelerates airflow into the turbine array, maximizing energy capture and giving it a maximum power rating of 3 megawatts. The tether then transmits electricity back to the ground as medium voltage direct current, a choice that minimizes electric efficiency losses typically associated with long distance power transfer. In its operational test flight, the S-2000 generated 385 kilowatt hours of electricity. Enough to charge around 30 electric vehicles or power an average urban household for an entire month, and making it the world's first airborne power system. For now, this is just a demonstrator, and its ability to provide stable power, operate safely in crowded aerospace, and overall cost of these projects will ultimately determine whether this technology stays afloat. If you like science and finally understand the term cloud infrastructure, follow for more.
Be interesting on days without wind. What do you do? Oh my gosh.
Did you hear something?
No, I didn't hear anything.
What do you do? How do you... That's crazy.
A video is currently trending of a creator exploring abandoned tunnels that he found beneath Colombia, and a lot of people are wondering exactly what's going on with this. People are asking questions like, why are the lights on in these tunnels if they're abandoned? What is the purpose of these tunnels? And why does it seem like every major city in the US has hidden tunnels right beneath them? Debates around this topic have been mixed. Some people think these tunnels are being used to transfer things that the general public doesn't know about, while others think it's just simply storage. Leave a like and let me know what you think.
I mean, excuse me, was the Ninja Turtles trying to tell us something this whole time? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because we saw this setup in the Ninja Turtles back in the 80s. So we knew that that stuff was down there because they were using it, using it as their lair. And they were eating pizza.
Yeah, so we just got off. It starts right there. We've been advised that we really need to follow this path where it's been marked, because some of this snow here can be very wet and slidey, and you don't want to find yourself down there. So we met with these guys today. Obviously the beautiful penguins here. Look at that, absolutely gorgeous. These guys are beautiful. And as much as I said it's sunny today, it is extremely cold. As I said again, it's like -4. And despite all that, the sun is still up. But I'm about to take you all the way up to the viewpoint. So ladies and gentlemen, come with me.
Yeah, we're just kind of exploring, seeing what's going on.
Play the fight riff, play it!
Can that really travel underwater? I don't feel like it could.
NASA just released the clearest view ever of this object in space, and I've never seen anything like it. That is incredibly weird. The Hubble Space Telescope took this image of this object that's only 1,000 light years away from us, and this bright spot right here is a star at the beginning of the end of its life. Thousands of years ago, this star began ejecting off its surface into shells into space, and then emerging from the star were these beams of light illuminating the shells. And the beams of light were piercing through this ring of dust and gas surrounding the star. And from the shape and motion of this dust and light, scientists think that there actually might be more stars hidden by this thick dust ring that are interacting gravitationally with the dying star. Eventually, this is going to get even more dramatic and become a full-scale planetary nebula like this. This stage of its life is only going to last a couple thousand years. And unfortunately, this star is pretty sun-like, and so this might be what our solar system starts to look like in a few billion years.
I'm telling you, that looks so much like an embryo, like splitting.
I can't be the only one that's seeing
or whatever
this.
It is
Beyonce
splitting.
just posted these onto her Instagram, and they're photographs of her eating a burger at the table with an American and a Puerto Rican flag. I have a lot of thoughts when it comes to people jumping on the Puerto Rican bandwagon, especially when it comes to commodification, but that's not what this video is about. I'm focused on this. This appears to be a smash burger. Why is that important? At a press conference right before the Super Bowl, a young reporter asked him what he's doing to keep his body in shape for the big show.
Eating smash burgers.
That's so cute until. Eating smash burgers, you say. Okay, cool. I want you to take that information and then add who Benito had on stage with him. Lady Gaga Lupe herself. But he's a little monster. This makes sense. No. Sorry, I cannot hear you. I'm kinda busy. Kinda busy. Not to mention this. This is just a reminder that he did this. So this is very akin to the horse lady. Does this mean that this
You're the horse.
means getting this plus this? What are your thoughts, team? Are we getting telefono?
We'll go back down to McDonald's and get you a Lamburger, some French fries. Hey, you're talking to my guy all wrong. It's the wrong tone.
Bro, did they fun?
All right, y'all, let's talk about tunnels. And if you're new here, one of my favorite things to talk about
is the tunnels underneath the United States. Today, I want to talk about the tunnels underneath Disney. Disney has confirmed that there's tunnels underneath the park and they're utility corridors. Supposedly, cast members use them to move around without breaking the illusion. And you know that could be true. You don't want to see the guy underneath Mickey walking around without his head, and you don't need to see the trash moving from place to place. But some of you other crazies, along with me, may remember the time when a family let their child go to the bathroom alone. They took too long, and supposedly they went in there and there was a tunnel opened underneath the floor that someone was trying to take their child into. And obviously this was just a rumor. There's no official story that you can find about this incident happening. So many people go missing within the parks, and there's always rumors of stuff like this happening. You know, and someone else that's in the news right now could take advantage of all these kids coming up missing in Florida. You know, the place where he happened to be too. And you know, this is where the internet starts connecting little red strings on a corkboard. You know, because the state that guy happens to be in, there also is a giant children's park with underground corridors. You know, this mystery thrives more on geography and imagination more than documented proof. But when you hear hidden tunnels in Florida, you start to think about stuff.
Yeah. It's been popping up in my algorithm. I don't know why.
Jeffrey Epstein is alive, and apparently he's in Colorado. I'm in Colorado. What the hell?
Since arriving on Earth, I've noticed that Earth has a reptilian infestation. They write your movies. They act in the movies that they write. They act as royalty in the UK. They've created all governments, all policies. How you live your life today is because of a reptilian. I think now this should change.
Man, what the fuck? It's some Houston shit. Look at this shit. Look, he going to jail. Hey, what the fuck is you doing? He gotta be white. That's, man, ain't no mother.
Yeah, I mean, he is wearing Converse.
Motherfucking way. This nigga is on the house. Nigga, you actually got a license plate, nigga? What? And
dude, there's no way I would be right now on the highway.
On the
No way you would catch me on that.
Look, oh, man.
No.
What?
He's a psychopath, for sure.
Slow down. Oh, he get on the exit. That nigga boy, slow down.
Yeah, I guess stop. You know what happens when you stop those things that fast?
He ain't get off yet. He's still right where he at.
You disappear.
That nigga bullshit, look.
Magician act.
Oh, hell no.
Now you see me? Now you don't.
The reason Justin Bieber has so many issues is because Selena is no longer here with us. This is what the theory says, so this is a story. Selena Gomez is no longer with us because her and Justin allegedly had a baby, and that baby is supposedly Rain Disick, who is Kourtney Kardashian's kid. Because Hollywood is weird, they were saying that they have to give up the baby, but Selena said, don't give up the baby, just give up me instead. Which is why Selena doesn't really look like herself, and she doesn't act like herself. I thought she just got jaw surgery, but she doesn't even talk like herself anymore. Therefore, they gave the baby up to Kourtney Kardashian, allegedly. Justin Bieber's most passionate performance was at the VMAs in 2021. Everyone in the audience, like all the celebrities, were like really upset, and Jaden Smith even looked like he was crying. It was a very emotional performance because allegedly they knew what happened to Selena. And then others said, well, why wasn't Hailey that upset? It's because allegedly Hailey knows what also happened, so she kind of just lets Justin be when it comes to his emotions and feelings towards his ex. If you compare baby photos of Selena, take a good look how she looks as a child, and Justin, I mean, they kind of do like put together, they kind of do
Justin
look
Bieber
like
is Tom
Rain
Brady's
Disick.
kid.
I don't know. So in Justin's song for Ghost, the line is, I know you crossed a
Looks just
bridge
like
that
Tom
I
Brady.
can't follow. And then supposedly Selena also had a song called A Year Without Rain, but it was spelled R-A-I-N, not R-E-I-G-N. After Selena got the kidney, like transplant thing, her and her friend who donated the kidney did not, like they just stopped talking, and maybe it's because her friend knew that that wasn't really Selena anymore. I don't know, bro. This is just alleged. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? This is all over my For You page. What do you think?
Stop it. Get some help.
I mean, I'd love to find out. Let us know, Justin Bieber.
Hi, I'm Tim Boyle. I'm the CEO here at Columbia Sportswear. And this message is for flat earthers. You guys claim there's an end to the earth? Well, just go snap a picture. Send it to us, and you get the assets of the company. All of it.
There you go.
Best of luck.
Yeah, best of luck. You better be giving me a chunk when y'all figure it out.
Look at this beef jerky. Look at this uncooked chicken. I was hit by a cement truck when I was 11.
I was telling my wife about this the other day.
You son of a bitch.
Ryan,
Trauma injury from when I was 11 years
Probably
old.
still has. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you think?
Please,
you wait. Just wait a fucking second. Dude, the two of us both have questions. It's about physics.
Fine.
You got sent flying how many feet?
My mom told me 500 feet. That's like multiple football fields. And I'm like,
He should be a WWE
I
star.
want to know, for those who recently went to Asia, seen it, came back.
This is a bad guy from
y'all
The
honestly
Incredibles?
telling me y'all still want to live here? I just need to know. Because the answer's no for me. I want to sell everything now and go.
Where are you going? Back in time? And change
Do
the
you
haircut?
believe that humans actually went and landed on the moon, or do you have a conspiracy about it? Because let's answer them all. There are no stars in the photos. The moon's surface is in direct sunlight. The camera exposure had to be set so low to capture the astronauts that stars were too dim to show up. You can test this yourself. Literally go outside at nighttime, obviously, and take a photo of a street light. Look at the sky in your photo. There's no stars. The flag is waving and there's no wind on the moon. The flag is actually only moving in the videos whenever the astronaut grabs the pole, because the second he lets go, it stops. It also has a metal rod that is going across the top of the flag to hold it out, because NASA specifically designed it that way. The Van Allen radiation belts would have taken them out. NASA actually had to plot the entire launch through the thinnest sections at high speed, so the total radiation exposure to the astronauts was about the same as an X-ray. The whole thing was filmed in a studio. A lot of people don't realize this, but 400,000 people are actually responsible for working on Apollo. The Soviet Union, which is what a lot of people will also bring up, had every single reason to expose a fake moon landing if it happened. They actually tracked the entire mission in real time, and the moon rocks that they were able to bring back with Apollo have been studied by scientists in dozens of different countries for over 50 years, and not a single person has ever said that they didn't come from the moon. There are obviously a ton more conspiracies, so make sure you add me if you want a part 2.
Wow, look at him go. I really like Nick Jackson.
Scientists are saying that if you've ever eaten leftovers that are more than 7 days old,
it's good.
Oof. That gag, man. Been hearing a lot of that lately.
Now I understand why
terrible.
Pam Bondi is no longer releasing any more of the Epstein files. Because some journalists were able to get access to Jeffrey Epstein's FedEx account, and they found that it was used as early as 2024, and FedEx, as of a couple of days prior to their article, had deleted some invoices. The way the Ditch was able to get access to his FedEx account was by simply going through the Epstein files that were public. The password was just unredacted. The files that held that password are now removed off of the DOJ's website, but they currently still have access to that FedEx account, and within it is almost 100 different names and addresses, as well as including an ex-Israeli Air Force lieutenant colonel who now advises Alan Dershowitz. Now, those two invoices from 2024 that FedEx removed recently involves a shipment from Georgia to Plan D LLC, also in Georgia, and a separate shipment from Georgia to West Palm, Florida. That first shipment to Plan D LLC, that's actually the now dissolved firm that Epstein incorporated to own and operate his private jet, and suspiciously is also the same one that Trump used during his 2024 presidential election campaign. I have a sneaking suspicion that that second shipment that went to West Palm, Florida, might have been going to Mar-a-Lago.
Ooh. Man.
A UFO crashed in South Korea.
Thanks, Joe.
It's so big they can't move it. So you know what they did?
Built a city around it.
Built a city around it. Yeah, that was just announced today.
Peru?
Yeah, it's all over the news. A United States congressman said this, and he provided pictures.
Asia,
pictures,
North Korea.
I tell you. Satellite images of South Korea, where this
South Korea,
massive
my bad.
UFO crashed.
There's a few of them.
Congressman Eric Bledsoe. Yeah, he says that's what this massive building in South Korea is, seen from satellite, that it was just made to cover up the UFO. And so was the whole city around it. They basically built a building to cover the UFO and then made a city so it would look normal. So you know me, I got to thinking, has this happened here in the United States? It would explain parts of Florida and Bakersfield, California. Every time I think I heard it all, I hear something new, and it's even stranger than the last thing I heard. Okay, Pooshkis, I just thought I'd share this with you, because that's the kind of guy I am. Shabadoo, Pooshkis, shabadoo.
Shabba dabba doo. That was a good one.
What's going on, you guys?
First off, I want to say thank you for all the support you guys have been giving me. I've been seeing all the comments. My follower count has been going up, which surprises the hell out of me because I figured people were just rocking with me because of the ghost videos, but y'all rocking with me because y'all rock with me, and I appreciate that. I've been seeing all the comments. I've been seeing all the questions, and I wanted to make a video to answer those questions for you guys now. It's about 5:30, 5:45 in the morning. I can't sleep. So I figured, why not, right? Okay. So on to the first question. What happened to the video? Y'all hear that, right? Like that.
Give me goosebumps. And it's daytime. What was that?
Y'all see that?
Good job, Isaac.
9/11 being an inside job may have just
real.
been confirmed in the Epstein files. In the files, there's an email from Philip Levine to Ghislaine Maxwell sent just a week after 9/11 in which he asks, where is the real pilot? Another piece of evidence is an email from Ghislaine Maxwell to Edward J. Epstein, which reads, any interest in joining the Shadow Commission on 9/11? The membership list is confidential. The third and arguably strongest piece of evidence is an email from Jeffrey Epstein himself to Alan Greenspan, who was the chairman of the Federal Reserve in 2001 at the time. In it, he writes, is there any way that we can make it so that when you fold a $20 bill, it resembles the Twin Towers on fire? This particular email reportedly inspired unemployed friends everywhere to start folding $20 bills, hunting for hidden clues. One man in Ohio even discovered a complex sequence of folds capable of creating what looks like Hillary Clinton eating a baby.
I have to return some videotapes.
Oh my gosh, I mean, the $20 bill looks like Epstein. It's Thomas Jefferson.
A portal opening up near Thunder Mountain in Sedona, Arizona. You can clearly see a buddy of mine, David, put an infrared security camera on his roof and captured this portal opening up above his house.
What?
You can see orbs coming out. This is never before seen footage that was shot in Sedona, Arizona.
Whoa.
Looks like a thread on it.
I was popping around in the forums, as I love to do, and I came across a post where someone is pointing out that one of the sonogram photos in the files is different than some of the other photos and emails related to pregnancy that we have seen thus far. So as you guys know, so far we've seen a lot of things related to pregnancy. There is a video sonogram in the files of an unknown baby. There are countless emails where girls are coming to Jeffrey to let him know that they're pregnant. We've seen pictures of baby bumps, videos of baby bumps. We've seen the DNA kit. Yes, we know that there are babies in this mix. But what's different about this sonogram than all of the other mentions of pregnancy throughout the files is the date. This sonogram was taken in 2024. Jeffrey had long passed away at this point. 2024? Whose baby is this? Is this one of Jeffrey's frozen seeds? That is so incredibly recent. Like, I am so confused by this. But like I said, someone in the forums pointed this out and I thought it was incredibly interesting because how would a baby born in 2024 have anything to do with Jeffrey's case? Unless it's like one of his children that, I don't know, the FBI tracked down. I have no idea. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
That is interesting. I'm starting to wonder how much AI was used on that.
Or more specifically, the remaining tree stump of a gargantuan tree that was chopped down by giants and has since become petrified over a long period of time, which essentially turns it into a rock. Part of the larger ancient giant trees theory, where it's said that trees up to 50 miles high covered the earth and were harvested by the giants told by every ancient culture's folklore, like Devil's Tower in Wyoming, Giant's Causeway in Ireland, Cerro-Watana in Venezuela, and Jugurtha Tableland in Tunisia, among many, many others. The nearby island island country of Malta is also home to its own ancient megalithic temples like Hagar Kim, built with stones of such immense size that it's deemed impossible for regular humans to move and lift. Or Gigantia, which literally translates to place of giants on Malta's island of Gozo, where local legend says this temple was built by a giantess named Sansuna, whose largest stone weighs 50 tons, equivalent to about 35 cars stacked on top of each other. Estimated to have been built around 3600 BC, a whole 1,000 years before the first pyramids in Egypt were built, suggesting that a race of giants lived in Malta before a global cataclysm wiped them out. And in fact, the Hypogeum of Halsaflieni, an underground necropolis on Malta dating back to about 4000 BC that was discovered by accident in 1902, contained over 7,000 skeletons of presumed giant bones, along with mysterious elongated skulls that were found by archaeologist Sir Temi Zamit, and were on public display in the Valletta Museum of Archaeology until 1985, when they were mysteriously removed without explanation. And yeah, Filfla Island was a tree these giants chopped down or something. Today, no one is allowed on it, as it's a protected nature reserve and may also have some unexploded bombs laying around.
Oh my God.
Gets me thinking so much, but like, just because it's tall tree, why does it have to be giants?
Skeletal remains have allegedly been recovered under a church in Mexico, right?
Why aren't there more?
2 bodies right here that you're seeing right now. Absolutely incredible.
Like a lot more.
This was on News Nation with Chad Rubichel, who is a United States Marine Corps veteran, and with the TAD Recovery CEO, T.W. Mock, talking about the process, what happened, how they recovered these things, and what they found. The 2 skeletal bodies, and allegedly a carving as well, depicting these 2 beings with spears, the ones that are referenced, and these are dating back to around the 1600s. Now, there is talks that they are alluding to that a lot of these churches, and also spiritual sites, things of that nature, have been built on top of crash sites, or things related to the UFO extraterrestrial phenomena, right? Now, allegedly, 13 operatives reportedly died while attempting a recovery prior to the 2 guys finally recovering these remains that we're seeing here. Check this out. It is incredible.
Okay, so we've got an image that we've put up here of what appear to be 2 skeletal remains. They're clearly not human. If we believe what you've been told about these remains, they date right back to the 1600s.
Correct.
Talk me through what we're looking at here. They appear to be non-human. Talk me through what you're looking at.
I'll move back to the original carving stone. That was one of the first objects that was identified. And that particular stone had a reference of 2 skeletal looking beings, and one was stabbing the other on this stone, and then that stone was actually date stamped back in the 1632-34 range. Then that leads me to the skeletal remains that were found secondarily, and then you put that, and I go back to this because it was carved in stone. It resembles the artifacts that I found as skeletal remains, and then subsequently, anyway, I was trying to process all of the information as it came together, and subsequently.
Almost seems like the Chud to me.
Saying, well, this isn't
like
us,
little
this
horse
isn't
people,
human.
or reptilians. I don't know. We got another Frozen video, guys. And bro needs a bigger shirt, though. That's for real. How long is this gonna go on for? Watch when the rat touch it, it's gonna. Boop. Yeah, I knew it.
So the Kola Super Deep Borehole is the deepest artificial hole on Earth. It attained the maximum true vertical depth of just over 1,200 meters, which is 40,000 feet in 1989. This is the result of a scientific drilling effort to penetrate as deeply as possible into Earth's crust, and this was conducted by the Soviet Union near the Russia border with Norway. Keep this in mind, if Earth was the size of an apple, they wouldn't have even gotten through the skin. On average, the thickness of the apple skin is 0.4% of its diameter, while this hole is less than 0.1% of Earth's diameter. Also, in the 1990s, there was this newspaper that claimed the Soviets stopped drilling because they heard these terrifying screams and voices crying out in agony. This was later debunked supposedly, but still it's an interesting urban legend. They actually stopped because...
Did y'all see those other stories? Banker turns to Robin Hood, pro wrestling, like
At these unexpectedly high temperatures because the drills were like melting. It got up to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and the rocks started to act like plasticky. And honestly, it's kind of strange because it's like they weren't that far into Earth's crust. I just looked it up and it said that radioactive decay from Earth's crust happens that deep, along with heat from the molten core coming up from the Earth, which it seems way too close to the surface for it to be getting that hot. But I don't know, I'm not really an expert on this, but it just seems really strange to me. What do you guys think?
Basically made a car for the Apple, or they were trying to.
I've gotten over 10 million views and 30,000 comments in the last week across TikTok and Instagram from people that swear on all things holy that my Doritos commercial contest entry from 12 years ago, which did not win, which did not finalize, which did not air, was a famous classic ad all over TV. It's not even just vague memories. I mean, for some people it is vague. Some people just don't even know it at all. But I'm having DMs from so many people where it's a vivid memory that even has like stories attached to it. Like someone's like, oh, you know, I drew that in high school and I made the guy's ear flaps on his hat. I made them giant Doritos, or like I used to quote that with my brother, or like I had an inside joke about this or whatever. So it's funny because in an experience like this, first of all, I'm grateful that I practice meditation and nervous system regulation and all these things, because as you can imagine, if you were in a situation like this could easily send a person into a spiral and like into psychosis. And it's stirring up a lot of thought processes and different conspiracies. And, you know, like a lot of people are saying, well, you know, Doritos is owned by PepsiCo. They're such a powerful company. They can wipe all the evidence and just gaslight us all and all this stuff. And it's just like, you know, but if it was a Super Bowl commercial, like, and it was, you know, there's got to be some DVR recording somewhere out there, which hopefully something like that would surface. That would be so cool if we could find some proof of this thing being on the air. But the other thing is, like, maybe it really is just like timeline jumping. Maybe this really is realities merging. Like maybe I stepped into that version of myself that won the contest all those years ago and won the $1 million or whatever. It's funny, like somebody left me a comment the other day where like they were like, this whole case is so wild, like I almost feel like it's gonna break the Matrix or something. And I said back to them, like, my ego really wants this to be something logical that can be like resulting in me getting millions of dollars. But like my soul kind of feels like maybe this is something that's emerging for the world to see, that brings us maybe more understanding of like a new paradigm and more understanding of like us being interdimensional travelers. But then again, it's like, well, no, we're just being gaslit and it's all a psyop and it's all this and it's that. So this whole thing is just very strange. But yeah. Also, I don't want to only be making Doritos content. Obviously, I've been only talking about that, but this has stirred up my world. So I'll get back to posting like regular videos too, but I'll also like keep making some updates here. But yeah, this whole thing has just really thrown me for a loop. Definitely the strangest thing in my life I've ever experienced.
Let me know how y'all feel about it. If you have any information or anything that can correlate, let us know or let him know, and we'll we're gonna figure it out together. It's pretty cool though. Those pigs flying, I can't forget them.
Part 2. Okay, so you guys have been asking me to take you in the shed and leave the phone in there. And I know it's been a little while since I put out a video regarding the shed, but a lot has been happening. And I just truly needed some time. So I took it. But just to show you, it is locked. Okay. And I'm going to immediately, no cuts, as per usual. Okay.
Well, I feel like I was just like, what is that? What are these dog creepy creatures you got, dog?
We're going to walk in. Well, not walk in, but we're in here now. And yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up. You guys got a good view, right? Windows, everything. All right. I guess I'll catch y'all. I'm out.
The way he needs to do it is put a clock up. But those dolls, like, what's he like? God, I want people to know I got these dolls in my shed. Like, I feel like it cuts though. Let's see. Look right there. I guess we could look at shadows too. Just how there's not really any.
You! This ends now! You hear me, you googly-eyed wooden bitch!
Ooh.
I'm a physicist, and I gave an example about how 2 + 2 doesn't always equal 4, and all the mathematicians are mad at me. Because ready, if I start here, I go 2 feet that way, and I go 2 feet back, my displacement is 0. As this commenter said, the direction of these vectors is why it's 0. You go a +2 and then a -2. But the negative sign just indicates the direction. The magnitude of these vectors are still 2 units long each. 2 positive units long each. Like, it's not describing negative space, because negative space doesn't even physically exist. Well, that's a whole nother conversation. But yes, this is a value of 2 plus another value of 2 that equaled out to 0 because they're going in opposite directions. That's what the positive sign and the negative sign indicate. But it doesn't mean that those things are negative space. Those are still 2 positive things worth of 2 being added together that don't equal 4. And I thought that in that video when I smacked you right in the camera and said, establish a frame of reference, then you could say 2 + 2 is 4. Yeah, you'd probably catch the drift that I know what a vector is, but a lot of people in the comments seem to think otherwise, so I thought I'd make this follow-up video and clarify my point. Matter of fact, I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time, because science communication, especially on an app like TikTok, involves a lot of watering things down and glossing over topics. I'm trying to keep my language as casual as possible, so somebody who doesn't know a lot about this can still leave with a basic understanding. Most importantly, an excited curiosity about science. So all the comments like this guy, keep them coming, especially if you disagree with me. Because where do people look first when they want a deeper explanation? The comment section. But I don't tolerate bullying or sexism, so if you're mean about it, I'm deleting it. I don't care how correct you are.
Touche.
Is there anything that you'd like to say about the media backlash involving Michael Jordan celebrating with your family?
Yeah, I mean, from my perspective, I've gotten to know Michael and his family very well over the years I've been here with 2311, and you know, I don't see what other people see when it comes to this. You know, for me, it's a huge moment. You know, this is the biggest moment of my career. It's a huge moment for my family and for his family, and I just, you know, I put that off to the side and just think about how think about the look on Yvette's face, and the whole family and his whole group when they got to Victory Lane 2, and just how happy and everybody was celebrating together. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, it was Gatorade and ice, supposedly.
Can you rap?
Too sad to rap.
Excuse me, can you rap?
Yeah, I can actually.
Amazing.
I could just see people
What's your artist
cutting
name?
their Jordans up and throwing them away, and then they find out that it was nothing.
Freestyle got 20 million views.
I love that.
So the artifacts that are coming out of the ground are a combination of things. One specific cave.
Damn, he just rubbed that thing down.
Was in.
He's like, let me check.
Bringing out a lot of animal images, and they show these animals being beamed down from spaceships or beamed up. And then there's, you know, stone models of the animals. There is crystal models of the animals. And there's artifacts that show, you know, the aliens with the animals. So
back to the shit.
We've tapped into.
I only make stuff up on the spot. Usually I meet someone, I get them on the mic, and I'll make them like a style they want to hear.
I have a harmonica. You want to do like a hip hop harmonica beat?
What?
Oh, shit. It says A flat, like. Yeah, I'm thinking like 150.
Can you hold this at the same time? What the fuck is going on, bro?
Listen, I love music. And you get it. You love music too.
Yeah, that's true. All right. This that old money, that new cash. Yeah, that bluegrass, know that beat too fast. With my woes, I think they blew past. Engine I've been revving, harmonica sound good, he put that breath in. And he been skipping in his pico when he's stepping. Oh. What the fuck? He want 150. Yeah, so I get busy, started up with my bars that I don't know, hope I can cough them up. It's cold as fuck where I've been living by these shades. They double take, they triple take, now hit that one more time, make sure they still awake.
Everyone is apologizing to Michael Jordan after finding out the context to this video. So by now I'm sure you've all seen this viral video of Michael Jordan seemingly doing something very questionable to a child who is the son of a driver, a part of Michael Jordan's NASCAR team. Well, it is being reported that Michael Jordan was just trying to get ice from out of the child's shirt. So apparently moments before this viral situation happened, a bucket of Gatorade was actually dumped onto the driver of Michael Jordan's NASCAR team, and that child was actually right near the driver because I believe that is his father. And while some of the ice ended up getting into the child's shirt, so Michael Jordan was just trying to get it out of his shirt. Now, if 100% true, that definitely makes the entire situation a lot less worse. It's nice to know that Michael Jordan wasn't having, ill intentions when doing what he was doing, but I still feel like it was definitely not the best look in the entire world. But as I said in the beginning, now after finding out that context, many people are now starting to apologize for Michael Jordan for, going at him and saying really bad things about him and asking him to be arrested and all that good stuff. So yeah, definitely a very interesting situation, and I'm curious to know your thoughts about all of this.
What if power lines disappeared? Finland is testing a way to transmit electricity through the air without physical wires. Instead of traditional cables, this technology uses electromagnetic fields to send energy from one point to another. Think of it like Wi-Fi, but for electricity. The idea isn't brand new. Nikola Tesla dreamed about wireless power over 100 years ago. But now, with modern tech, it's becoming more realistic. This could power streetlights, remote villages, electric vehicles, even disaster zones without miles of expensive cables. No wires, less infrastructure, faster deployment.
Hoping that in the next quarter we can... Oh God.
What's wrong? Guys, what's going on?
Just remember the time I tried to break up with this girl.
I remember the time I tried to break up with someone.
And she just said no.
And they just said no. And went about their day like nothing happened.
They just went about her day like nothing happened.
So I made a video yesterday because I kept getting tagged in the first guy's video about his take on attractive people in rom-coms. I was like, well, I've already talked about this before, so I posted it saying like, oh, he's stolen this take. And then come today, I'm just like, you know what, let me just have a look at that guy. This is all he does. He just steals takes. Here's another one.
Focus up now, motherfuckers. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
What? Being mentally attracted to someone you find physically unattractive is devastating.
Being physically attracted to someone you find mentally unattractive is terrible.
I even, with this one, managed to overlay them so they matched the exact timing.
I think God's next test for me should be, can he handle an insane amount of money?
But then things get really weird now, because I'm like, well, is he just copying the same guy over and over again? So I do my little research, and I find this video.
Always take it personal, because at this age, people know what they're doing.
And this video was copied from a different take that came out months before it from this content creator.
Take it personal. At this age, trust me, people know what they're doing.
But during all that searching, I then found this video that came after both of those original videos.
Always take it personal, because at this age, people know exactly what they're doing.
I just really want to understand what's happening. I saw this other video by him and I can't find the...
Made me think about, I've noticed patterns like this. My YouTube pattern recently, the word, okay, it's 2 words, carte blanche. Yeah, that's what's my algorithm has spit me out. Every video that I watched yesterday had that word in it. Well, yesterday and the day before. Podcasts. We've seen it with the news broadcast team, where it pops up all the videos, and it's like the Brady Bunch times infinity. Every newscast sounds the exact same. So why are we going to do this with TikTok videos? Is that AI? Are you putting these videos in and just spitting it out so, you know, whichever culture will take it. I don't know.
Copy. But like, my brain is confused.
I've been watching this girl on Insta pick the wrong guy for 3 years in a row.
Is he really seeing this girl on Insta? Like, does he have a real life? Is there a real person here?
Probably not.
I don't think so.
It's AI made up stories.
People steal on here. I have this woman on here who has way more followers than me, and people tag me in her videos all the time because she's always saying things like a month or two after I've said it. But this is egregious. This is like,
I've seen that too.
There's nothing here to be confused about. I can at least give that woman like a breather and go, you know what, maybe she just had a similar thought, because she doesn't say, she just sort of kind of copies the hook. But these guys, in the ones I've seen, it's word for word, bar for bar, like the whole way across the video. This is not normal. He has like 100,000 followers. This is crazy.
Yeah, I don't like copy. I mean, it's a...
Like, y'all really think e-bikes out?
Scientists now know more about what love does to the brain, and it's genuinely disturbing. If you thought it was bad before, just wait and see. Yes, we know that on average it takes people 8 years to fully get over a breakup. And I know people will say that, oh, they got over it so quickly, but no, your brain is doing things. Now, we've known for quite some time that being in love hijacks the reward pathways in the brain, upregulates dopamine, but it does something else. Your amygdala activity goes down. So the part of your brain that's supposed to process fear, when you think about them, fear goes down. And when you're separated from them, fear goes up. So you perceive not having that person around you as a physical threat. Along with that, your brain also down-regulates your judgment, meaning you are craving somebody, your fear is down, and you can't make good choices, which I guess is a lovely cocktail. But if you ever feel insane, that's why. So why? Why in the world would our brains do this to us? I mean, it is the only thing that has kept our species alive long term. You need to get to the point of reproducing, and fortunately you feel that love for your children too. So if you're with somebody and you have progeny, you're going to feel that intense love for them, which keeps them alive, even if you don't like your partner all that much any longer. Now, there is good news and there's bad news. Not everyone falls out of love, and you don't stay in that irrational, dopamine-dominated state forever. You're going to have to transition to being largely dominated by oxytocin, which is the cuddle hormone. If you hug somebody, you feel it. It's what makes you feel attached to your children, your spouse, or your pet, or inanimate objects. Humans will pack bond with anything. So you don't have to stay in the honeymoon period forever. You can actually grow into a mature relationship. The bad news is that even if you know somebody is bad for you, even if you don't like who they are, you may continue to be haunted by them for the rest of your life because you remember a time when somebody made you feel safe. You remember a time when being near someone gave you a whole heck of a lot of dopamine. So what is your position on this? Do you take the magical take or the reductionist take or somewhere in between?
They want the system to collapse so they can introduce the new one. And
Brooke?
what?
Like, yeah, right, go ahead. And you go, I don't want this. You let go because it's like, this isn't real connection. This string is going to represent the connection between the two of us. I'm going to ask questions throughout this. Don't think about what the right answer is. Just go with what your gut instinct of how it feels. Hey, Steven, how's it going, man?
It's going good, yeah.
Yeah? What was something that frustrated you yesterday?
My haircut didn't go to plan.
Tell me about it.
It's not good. I don't like it.
Do you find that some of the biggest struggles you had yesterday was mostly with business or personal, or tell me something with business?
The struggles with business yesterday.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, so you're on your phone now.
And what did you feel in the line?
I felt like the tightness went loose.
Yeah, it went slack. All right, but that's the physical. Emotionally, how did that feel?
It felt disrespectful.
Yeah. Now, let's put it taut again, and I'm talking to you. And I say, so what are you looking forward to this weekend?
I'm looking forward to...
No, go ahead. And this is me just turn. It's still tight. Don't worry. I still am connected to you. No, don't worry about it. I'm right here. Go ahead. Yeah, exactly. You see how all of a sudden you want it to let go now.
Yeah.
Somebody gets on theirs and you don't want to look awkward or odd. So what do you normally get out yours. And next thing you know, both of you are on your phones at dinner. We were supposed to be communicating with each other and you're
Put
just
your phones
down. Your phone. Let's say you and I were having lunch and I'm talking like this to you and I put my phone right here. Do you feel a difference?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Do you feel I'm more connected or less connected?
Less connected.
Yeah, and if
I'm amongst priorities, not the priority.
Do you feel any different if I flip it over?
Yes, I do.
And my face is it's down?
Yes, I do.
Now,
it's a signal.
Of?
That you think this is more important and you don't want to be distracted.
Imagine, what would you feel like if you just said, hey, where's your phone? He said, oh, I just left it in the car. I just wanted to sit with you.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Does anybody do that?
No.
No, nobody does that. But if I have right here, even if I put it face down on the table and I'm talking to you, I'm at least still having my world, my business, my stress, my chaos. It's my pacifier. It's still there in the conversation with us. So even if I put it down, or I put it between my legs, or I put it in my pocket, which I think is much better of not letting it come out at all. What's the strength of the connection? Because we've all been that person, like we just showed with the string, where they get out their phone while you're talking and like, yeah, right, go ahead. And you go, I don't want this. You let go because it's like, this isn't real connection. So if you want to be a better communicator, you have to understand the definition of true connection. It's keeping it taut.
Touche. I love it. Oof.
If you need your fingers to give a break, I'll fuck it up in the looper.
What do you do?
Everything.
Keys?
Drums, singing.
Okay.
All of it.
All right, one more. Let's get out of this intersection though.
I usually have my rig on the back.
Guy.
What's your rig?
My Boss 505, and then rolling around town, and I'm just singing.
That's cool. What styles do you usually make?
Bright music.
Where is that from? Chappelle Show?
Maybe a little 808 on there.
I can feel it in my body, I feel it in my soul, feel it in our spirit.
Yes, we're about to lose control.
I can feel it in this moment, this energy is contagious. Been working on something greater, you feel you finally made it. Barely scratching the surface, amazing is what we're chasing. This practice and dedication, colorful on the beat. Praying straight up to God, I'm just asking him what he sees. Putting on for the squad, we stay focused on family. We can feel it in our bodies, feel it in our soul, feel it in our spirit. Yes, we're about to lose control. I can feel it in my body. Oh, I can feel it in my body. Just spread your smile, baby. I get wild, baby. I'm feeling so beautiful, yeah. Putting on for the team, putting on for the folks. Only telling the truth, only doing the most. I can feel it in my body. I can feel it in my body. Oh, I can feel it in my body. Feel it in our soul. Feel it in our spirit. Yes, we're about to lose.
Hey, thank y'all. Y'all have a great freaking week. And hey, thank y'all so much for tuning in to another Bryce is Right. Hope y'all enjoyed today's video, and hopefully y'all have a great freaking weekend. Thank y'all for joining these lives. I really appreciate them. Having a lot of fun with them. Man, last time I think I was getting, it felt like I was almost coming down with some like middle of the video because I just had a rough week. I haven't napped in over a year. I napped on Wednesday. Couldn't believe it. But anyways, just glad to be feeling better. Glad to be able to talk a little louder today, and hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Anyways, y'all know what to do. Go ahead, smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss out on any future content. And please leave your thoughts on the comments below. Let us know what's up. Other than that, we will see y'all next time. All right, y'all. Peace.
Bleep, blort, bleep, bleep, blurt, blurt. Can you guys understand me? Hey, where we going?
This is the worst part of my job, you know.
Oh my God, Chicago kicks ass.
Excuse me.